Okay, so where we left off last time, I had shown you the procedural level generation, and as you can see right now, it was definitely a work in progress. In the last 2 weeks, I've worked towards making it something that looks a lot better, and I will show you that now. Okay, if you look around here, you'll see that we have the number of rooms, the room count multiplier, whether we should use a seed or not, if we are using a seed, what seed, and whether the islands should spawn on the same level when it changes, which I'll show you in a minute. When we just hit simulate here, we'll get a random, a random level here, and that was all real time. So because this says stay on level, when we reach this part here, it goes down. There's also one that goes up, but all future ones will spawn on this level and not back up here. And then that happens again over here. And I can just spawn in a couple more. And it all happens really fast. And as you can see, we also have this river that runs through. So that goes to the furthest directions in both Y and X. So furthest forwards and furthest out to both sides. If we were to... I'm going to show you some seeds that I found that I quite enjoyed. Actually, I think this one's already in. If I turn the seed on, turn this off, and we can see that this spawns in some cool islands here. And if I turn this off, and back on again, you see it's the exact same map. And then I found this one. If this is the one I think it is, it has like a little bridge made out of the island. Here we go. Yeah, so it goes up, goes across, and comes back down again, which I just think looks really, really cool. If we have a look at one of the islands here, you'll see that they have little points of interests, I guess. I only have made 2 so far, and it's this little ruins place and this campfire. And each one will have a varying amount of clutter. So if we go to this one here, you'll see it's missing some stuff, whereas this one over here, it has a lot more. In fact, I think it nearly has everything. There should be a bench here. Of course that has a chance of spawning. Then we also have these trees, and then each island also has its own grass as well. I'll show you the blueprint for that in a moment. There are currently 3 main types of island you can get. You can get a normal island, which are like these ones over here. You have just your normal, and then another normal one. And this one is a normal one, but it's just big, so it's a variant of the normal. And then you have the lift islands, which, if I can find one over here, they take you up to a different level of the level. And oh, that's spawned inside. That's interesting and shouldn't happen. But then another one of the level ones, the lift ones, sorry, this one comes down instead. And then the final type of island we have is, if I can find one. Did one really not spawn? We have the wall running islands. There we go. Which go from one place to another, but it seems like it's leading nowhere. But those are our 3 main types of islands, with some having sub-variants, like the lift being able to go up and down, and normal islands having a big variant. So, how this all works is I have the base blueprint, actually here, the base blueprint, and I make child ones off of it, and then I populate it with the necessary things to create a room, or in this case an island. These blue boxes here is how the river is made. So basically, the river finds these boxes and it will create a spline point in the center, and then it will go around. Each blueprint has these folders. You'll see here, these decorated trees. Oh. And they'll spawn in these locations here, marked here. And when the blueprint is spawned in, it runs this make pretty, which basically just goes through and it adds the grass here. This is the PCG, it adds the grass. And then we spawn the trees, we spawn the floating rocks, and then the miscellaneous items. So it's the clutter and stuff. For example, if I go to here, I don't actually think I have any miscellaneous. I have some in the big island. The decoration, the misc, and here we see all the possible things that can spawn here. And it basically just says, will this spawn, yes or no? And that has a chance. And then when this spawns in, oh, can we double click into this? No. If I go over to the little extras, then when we go into here, this will have the randomized clutter function, which everything in this folder clutter will have a chance not to spawn in. So this has a chance to spawn in the structure, and the structure has a chance to spawn in its different items. Also, some extra decoration I have are little floating rocks around the islands, so that it doesn't look so lonely, I guess. And those each have a certain chance to spawn as well. And that is also handled by the Make Pretty here. Something that I failed to mention is that these little arrows here are where the next islands have a chance to spawn. So it chooses one, it tries to spawn an island, and then if it can't, or if it does, this exit will be removed and nothing else can spawn there. These two will still be in the running for islands to be spawned at next, and each one has a different amount of exits. So if we go over to this big one, this has 1, 2, 3. Oh, never mind, it still has 4. This could have a lot more exits to it. I guess it doesn't. If we look at Island 2, there we go. This one has 2 exits that come out at diagonal instead of each side. The lift islands, their exits appear at a different heights, and that's how we go up the levels. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count. Now, you can actually run around these, and it fully works. So if I just start up in a new thing, we load in. That was pretty fast, and now we're just ready to go. We can run around, and it all works perfectly fine. So the next thing I'm probably going to do is add some AI and get them spawning in here. And once I get that AI done, I could probably get the first actual game mode working, where we just eliminate the enemies once we eliminated a certain amount. Oh dear. Okay, I thought I was going to fall then. Once we eliminate a certain amount, then we're free to leave. I actually am yet to spawn in an exit room. I forgot about that. Oh well, that shouldn't be too hard. Oh. But yeah, so I guess that's really it for this one. So cheers for watching. Bye. I don't really know what happened there. I shouldn't have kept falling for so long, but I managed to fix it anyway, and we should actually just teleport back up. Okay, goodbye again. Like, subscribe, and cheerio.